Hey guys, we're going to do the monthly tarot reading for the earth signs. So I decided I think I'm going to just do Thoth for all of them. Everybody gets a deck. I just pick a certain deck for the element, but Thoth is the one calling me for the earth. So this time we're going to go ahead and read Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So let's get to it. We're not going to beat around the bush. We get right into reading. That's the way I like to do it. Okay, and I love Thoth because it doesn't mess around. Okay, Capricorn, that's my sign. I'm a little scared. I get nervous about my sign. Okay, I hope it's good stuff. Had some challenging ones. Now, when I read, I will give you your challenges. Because Spirit, that's what they're going to do. You don't want to hear just all great stuff. If you've got challenges, you want to know in advance what's coming. Okay, now we'll flip it actually right there. That sounds good. That's calling me. Okay, so the very first card is the Eight of Cups. This does fit me. Okay, let me take myself out of the equation. But you may have found a certain situation that you need to walk away from. That I have invested, and this does fit for me. Yes, it does. I've invested my time, effort, energy, love, affection. So it could be a relationship, or it could even be a job. Anything you need to walk away from. Some kind of situation, you made a serious investment, but just to invest anymore is futile. And we need to walk away. So Capricorn, sometimes we got to do that. Because there you go. We got Judgment or the Eon. Okay, that is about the time is now. We're running out of time here. And that's one of the things I could see that when someone has to give the ultimatum. Okay, and this is the card of resurrection. So we either can resurrect what is going on and go in a more positive direction, or I got to go because things aren't changing. So I can see that a lot when we have to give the ultimatum. Let me pull them down here so you can kind of see that energy. So that's a big one. And yeah, see, it's going to be hard, Capricorn, because I've got the Ten of Swords. Okay, so there could be a situation we feel betrayed, like we were stabbed in the back in some kind of situation. And that's what's really going to push us. Like, you know what? I put up with all this for a very long time, and here we go. Okay, now it's ruined. Now it's ruined. But as far as everything goes for Capricorn, finances and opportunities should be a good thing for you. So we might not be lucky in love, but you work hard and you can usually get that going. So a new opportunity could present itself with the Ace of Pentacles. Now I've got my nice seed and I'm going to plant it and I'm going to make it grow. Now I've got that Lust card. That actually makes me feel, one of the things we're going to be a little despondent about things, but maybe there's a little bit of a lust for power that may happen. So we want to kind of tame that. Let's look at a clarifier. I want to kind of overlap that one. Yeah, I've got the Prince of Swords. So we also want to respect the sword. Okay. We've got, you could go into a power position this month. So we want to respect the sword. And the Queen of Pentacles. There you go for my females. The Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like business and finances and things like that should be very good for Capricorn. They normally are. They've got it going on. They're very good at that. But, love is going to be a challenge. And one of the things about it is success is so important for Capricorn. It's just, making goals and achieving them. They climb the mountain and everything. And so anybody that's going to drag you down and is not coming with you is a problem. And we got to watch out for that. When I look at the cruelty card is Capricorn, sometimes you're hard on yourself. That's what it makes me feel. This makes me feel you're punishing yourself for something. So you got to stop doing that. Sometimes Capricorn is a perfectionist, I know. But go ahead and get with your spiritual knowledge, the spiritual growth. That's especially what the Hierophant is about. And especially about faith, having faith in oneself. I've got that Emperor energy. We really just want to have a strategy when it comes to work, a game plan. We want to be really focused. We're going to go forward like it's a battle. Okay, we're going to work really hard, but it should be a good month when it comes to that, which is going to lead to happiness. Once you shed that, any kind of relationship which is not going forward with you. Now, I'm not saying all you Capricorns are going to have this, but I do feel a lot of you that are reading it will see that there is some kind of energy that we have been investing too much in something that we need to stop doing it. And then once you do that, you will find happiness and joy. So that part is very positive. So I know ruin is not an easy card to deal with. We can feel betrayed, stabbed in the back, but it's all about forward movement. We got to go forward. So let's pull some oracle cards. And yes, I can relate to some of this. I did have a situation that popped up where I had to say goodbye. So it does fit. I see that's what we want, happiness. We want, and one of the things, we do get happy through work when work is successful. But of course, inevitably love. That's the tough one for Capricorn. But you will have a happy month once you get there. Now, I talked about that ruin card popping up. Inevitably, though, we got to forgive. So whatever kind of hurt that we are dealing with someone that we had to walk away from, it doesn't mean you have to, tell them, I forgive you. But can you do it in your heart so you can move on? I said, and Capricorn, see, one thing is Capricorn can hold a grudge. They can. Sometimes, they'll give chances, but they can hold a grudge. But of course, work should be good. I've got the success card. That's one of the things. You're the hardest worker in the zodiac. So success is going to be good. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. You might have even saved your stimulus check. I'm not saying I did. But patience. This is one of your attributes, is having patience. You're willing to work long and hard for a goal. However long it takes, you don't give up. So you keep going up that mountain. So there is some challenges for Capricorn. But once you kind of release and let go and stop investing in that which no longer serves you, it's going to be so much better. Okay? So, and yes, I can relate to my own read. That's sad, but true. Okay, so now we're going to go to Taurus. Love Taurus. My little stubborn guy. But one of the things I love about Taurus is, if you guys ever read the story for Ferdinand and the Bull, okay? He's this very peaceful bull, and he doesn't want to fight anybody. He just likes to sit under the tree and smell the flowers, smell the roses. That's all he cares about. And then, of course, the bullfighters have to go take him and throw him into the ring. And once the ladies start throwing all the roses down, he just sits there and he won't fight. He doesn't care. So, that's him. And they inevitably let him go back in the field because they knew he's just not he's not aggressive. And that's how I kind of see Taurus. But if you push them, yes, they're going to charge. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're going to look at Taurus. Let's see what the energy we've got. So I've got the card Abundance, 3 of Cups, reason to celebrate. This is very positive for Taurus. I'm hoping I see more positive cards. But Abundance should be very good. Now, I want you to note it is a cup card. And one of the reasons is abundance is not just about money. It is also about emotional satisfaction for what we do. Okay? So that's where we feel abundance. It's not just in money. But yes, you still should have some good stability financially and power over your life. So that does come with abundance, but especially emotional satisfaction is what we really look at. And some of you might be even going into a new job type of situation. That is very possible. With the Knight of Pentacles, he has gifted the pentacle, ready to go. So some of you may have a change. I know a lot with the energy of 2020 and things like that. That has been a thing. Now, some of my male Tauruses really getting in tune with your, the empathy and the psychic abilities could be a big one. And just really getting that self-love and everything going on. It's going to make you even a more loving spirit. And that's one thing. Taurus is a pretty good loving sign, I have found. I've got the Eon card, which is also the Judgment card. So this month can be a real resurrection type of moment. Especially, and that's probably part of that where you're going to start feeling that abundance is really going to be coming into your scope. So be prepared for that. It should be very positive. And yes, I've got the card completion. Now, that makes me feel you're just going to really feel complete this month. This is some good stuff for Taurus. You probably got the best read I've done all day. Okay, but getting that stability, the Four of Wands is especially about stability. And that's really important. And notice we've got two fours. Okay, we've got the Power, Four of Pentacles about stability, and the Four of Wands. So this should be really good. You're a fixed sign, so you like stability. And then we've got that Prince of Wands energy. So there's going to be a lot to do. You're going to feel energetic. I would do physical exercise during this month. That's going to help you feel good. So take care of the body. And now as far as the disappointment card, when I'm kind of looking at that, I've been getting Five of Cups for a lot of people lately. So there could be, you know, some relationships, and I'm not necessarily getting love relationships even, but there could be some things like not turning out the way you hoped and so forth. So, but overall, the majority of the energy is about going forward and is very positive. And I've got the Moon. We may be dealing with some unknown aspects. Some things may not be necessarily clear. Just keep that momentum going with that abundance and that emotional fulfillment and that stability. Just keep that going. I've also got the Queen of Pentacles. There you go for my earth signs. So my Queen of Pentacles, my feminine, everybody, you know, all that stability is going to help you so much. You're going to feel so much better. Look at those horns. And then the Princess of Swords, you should receive some good communication this month about opportunity. I can see that a lot for opportunity. Hopefully it's good stuff. Yes, I've got the Prince of Cups. So now one of the things, the Prince of Cups for me can also represent the shaman sometimes. So I look at that if any of you are practicing shamanism in any way or the shamanic journey, if you're doing any kind of thing like that, this would also be a good time. That's really going to help free up a lot to get that abundance energy. Okay, so let's pull some oracle cards. I think because I feel the shaman, I'm going to pull from my new shaman deck. This is the one everyone wants, okay? And I put it on pre-order, so I got it right away, which is really cool. I'm actually being drawn to this deck. If I can get the cards out, that's what happens with new decks. So I've got the card Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. Now that kind of makes sense seeing that moon, and kind of one of the things I was talking about also with the Prince of Cups, you know, that divine energy and really seeing things from a completely different perspective, but also the oneness and everything. It doesn't mean you go take mushrooms, but you might have a little bit of a trip, okay? So pay attention to your dreams during this time as well. I've got the card Deep Quiet, okay? And that is meditation and stillness. So make sure you are meditating. That is going to help you feel abundance as well, to kind of quiet the mind. You know, that is very important. But I've also got the card Joyful Muse. And I love that. I love that. So if there is any kind of thing you are inspired, be it music or writing or painting, I want you to really connect with your muse. Now, some people, the higher self is their muse, by the way. And then I've got the card Dances on One Foot, Balancing Act. So that is just, we're going to have to balance during this month, definitely. We're going to have to balance everything. Because I got some good energy, but I got a little bit of disappointment about some kind of situation. You know, everything can't be perfect, but you have a really good read. You're probably the most positive, Taurus. You've been the most positive that I've done all day. This is good stuff. Hope you enjoyed that. So now let's go to Virgo. Now this is my moon sign. I got a lot of earth going on. Let's look at Virgo. So one thing's with Virgo relationships, because it is very important. That's one of the things. Health is important, of course. They do not miss a beat because they pay attention to the little details. Okay, let's see what we got with Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Very interesting. The Queen of Pentacles showed up for both earth signs. I wonder if it'll pop up again. We'll see. Now that I said it, it probably won't. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Okay. Okay, Virgo, let's see what's going on. Okay, so when I look at the cruelty card, what it's popping up, I know Virgo pays attention to the little details, just like I was saying. They can nitpick a little bit, okay? And sometimes the words can come out harsh. They, can pick people apart. So, Virgo, I want you to kind of be careful with that. I know you have high expectations, but not everybody can live up to your standards. Now, I did draw the Page of Pentacles. So, some of my females and everything like that, one of the reasons is you can be really hard on yourself as well. And sometimes by being hard on yourself and holding yourself to a high standard, you expect others to do the same. You got to let that go, because not everybody can keep up with you in that regard. Now, you may feel the need for some reason to stand up for yourself and stand your ground this month, though. But still, as you do that, just make sure that, you're fighting fair. Like, you're not just nitpicking on someone. But if there is a certain situation where you do have to defend yourself, do it. And then I've got that Devil card. Now, the Devil in Thoth is a little bit different. It's more of a power symbol. Notice it's Capricorn. It's a little bit more of a power symbol. It's actually a more positive tone in Thoth. I know, it's Crowley. What do you expect? So there could be a lot of power that you have over people this month. So make sure you respect it, though. Be careful with that. I'm getting this for a lot of people today. So we've got the Eon or the Judgment card. So this is especially about honoring the call, really getting with your calling this month and everything. And a little bit of that transformation and resurrection energy. We've got to do things different. Ooh, I got Lust and the Devil, Virgo. Okay, so I'm going to be straight with you. Let me pull up for this one. You might get a little bit on a power trip. As I got that Devil energy, and in Thoth, that has to do with a lot of power. But I've got that cruelty card, so we got to be really careful, how we address people and how we talk to them. I know you set high standards for certain things. That's the way you are. But not everybody can live up to your standards. But you might try to take power over others to try to force them to be or behave a certain way. This can happen in relationships, friendships, or even a work situation. So we got to kind of chill on that, because we're going to lose friends and we're going to lose relationships if we're going to hold everybody to such a high standard. So that is your message for the month. Definitely, that's coming through very strong. And if you could do that, kind of let that go, you could have good, Sadie, with emotional security and balance in the relationships and everything like that. You could have that. And I know that is your goal. But like I said, don't hold people to such a high standard. And I've also got the Princess of Wands. And I know you're very passionate about your path. And you're very passionate about who you are. But just remember, not everybody has the same ambition as you. And then the Four of Cups. This is a luxury card, but that card is also about missed opportunity. So I want you to be careful that you do not miss an opportunity to learn some very valuable lessons during this month. Very important. I think I'm going to pull from the Shaman Oracle as well. I feel like we need to go in deep with Virgo, because I feel some challenges there. And I'm not trying to say Virgo is a bad person. Okay, it's my moon sign, by the way, so I may have a little bit of that I have to listen to myself, okay? I have, don't get too much on a power trip and try to control people and things like that. That's not necessarily my style, though. Now, I've got the card Skywriting the Fates. So I want you to kind of look at that. That has that moon energy in it and so forth. Really pay attention to the moon during this time, in this month. And really with the messages, that's going to be a very strong time for you. Now, I've got the card, the Wall, Obstacles. I see that's the thing. You're going to feel like other people are the wall, okay? And you're going to want to just trample all over them. And it's just like, you're getting in my way. You're doing this. You're not doing this right. You're not doing that right. And you're going to get frustrated. So be careful with that, okay? Try not to see people as an obstacle. Try to see what my real obstacle is here is myself. And I've got the card repairing the veil. Okay, so that is the card of forgiveness. So I would say not only forgive others, especially for them not being perfect, okay, but forgive yourself because you're human. You're good, you have high standards and everything. And I've got the card Garden of Venus. God, isn't this a beautiful deck? Rest and renewal. So just try to take it easy. I've got a lot of energy, like I'm putting too much energy in other people. And we got to kind of stop that. We can't fix and we can't save the world. Okay, so there's some tough stuff there, Virgo. There's some tough stuff, but just go easy on people. And go easy on people. I know you want to kind of perfect people and this and that, but, people have to learn their own lessons, their own way. And sometimes people make mistakes so they can learn from them. So if you're trying to prevent them from learning a mistake, it's going to backfire. Okay? Hope you guys enjoy my read.